AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. It is a college preparatory course for students typically in the academic middle. AVID's mission is to close the opportunity gap by preparing all students for college and career readiness and success in a global society. AVID students are full of academic potential. They have the desire to do well and are typically first-generation college-bound students. They work hard, have a positive attitude, and they benefit from support for rigorous courses that they will take, such as honors and AP or IB classes. Currently, AVID is offered in 12 elementary schools, 8 of which are in the Glen Burnie High School feeder and 4 in the Meade High School feeder. At the elementary level, AVID is a full school model without a separate elective. The AVID program is offered in all of our high schools and middle schools. At the middle and high school level, students can interview and be selected for the program. Students are recommended by teachers, counselors, friends, family, or even themselves. Let's take a moment to listen to 2 students sharing their opinion of why people should take AVID.
Hi there, my name is Tonga Eno. I was an AVID 11 tutor for the second semester, and I was an AVID 9 tutor in the first semester, and I would highly recommend that you all take AVID. I personally was not a part of the program, but that's actually a big regret of mine because I feel like the program actually definitely gets you ready for college. Where can I start? So first of all, there's the teacher relationships. The program really helps you build a good relationship with not only your AVID teacher first and foremost, who is with you throughout the whole 4 years if you start in 9th grade. And they also help you build a good relationship with other teachers as well, because you're constantly going to them to figure out how you can, improve your grade, get your makeup work if you've missed any days, or just asking them how their day is.
Hi, my name's Jay. I'm currently an AVID tutor, and I would recommend taking AVID for all you guys looking into it for next year, because before I started AVID, I thought AVID was just about doing binder checks and getting your time management skills together and doing all this tedious work with tutorials and stuff. But it's actually much more than that. It helps you really get prepared for college. A lot of the AVID teachers, they try to get you involved in different community service type things, so you can write on your scholarship essays on your college applications, and they do a lot to make sure you're on top of your transcripts, make sure your grades are good because that's what you'll be sending out to colleges. They also make sure you're on top of your ACT and SAT, when to take it, how to prepare for it, so because these are all the things that you'll be using when you go for college and you're filling out applications. You want to make sure you have the best grades, the best scores, and you're involved in a lot of things. So I really do recommend taking AVID because you'll be doing everything you do in AVID outside of school, so why not take the class and do it in that class? Because you're just not going to procrastinate, and you'll actually get it done. And you'll have a teacher that'll look over your work and make sure what you're doing and sending off to these colleges is good and nice and neat.
So AVID is all about getting you ready for college, but a big thing about college is actually paying for it. And AVID is really good, and it's really big on applying for scholarships. And so the program is really helpful because not only does Ms. Ballard, at least the AVID teacher, she has packets with the different scholarships of the month that she sends out to students to make sure everyone has them. We're constantly on different scholarship websites trying to scout out for the best scholarships that's the most applicable to your situation. And then also they work on essays during the class time, just so you can fine-tune your essay skills, which is a good skill not only for college but for writing scholarship essays and just for life. Also, AVID is really big on community service, and AVID doesn't just try to get you to do wasteful volunteering or something that you don't think you would be interested in or whatever the case is, and they're just not trying to get you to do volunteering to pad your resume. They're trying to get you to do volunteering so you can figure out your interests, so you can actually give back to your community and so you can help people. Because just like the AVID program is helping you with your college and scholarship things, you, I would think, would also want to help others in your community as well. So AVID gets you in touch with different community service programs and different community outreaches, whether it's Steps for Hope, which is the big one, which is for suicide prevention and depression awareness and things like that. So AVID overall is definitely a really good program. I feel like they hit every aspect of college application, scholarship application, and just getting just being able to get you acclimated to high school, especially in AVID 9, because the transition from 8th grade to 9th grade in high school can be a very hard one. But AVID makes sure that, it's a smooth transition. And because you do AVID, most people do AVID all 4 years, it's really good because you have someone who can see you grow, who can see you evolve, who has seen how you become a better student over time, and who sees your flaws and helps you get better at them. So I think you should definitely take AVID. It's definitely a helpful class, and it helps you with all your other classes. It helps you with personal problems, whatever the case, you name it, AVID has a solution for it. So definitely take AVID.
The lessons in the AVID class are focused on Wicker strategies. Wicker stands for writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading. Lessons designed around Wicker provide students with a rich, interactive learning environment. In AVID, students complete a variety of academic writing activities. For example, in 10th grade, students write a letter to a counselor before course selections to let the counselor know more about their intended major in college. This allows the counselor to help them figure out the best courses of study between then and their senior year. Here is a letter from one of our 10th grade students. There are 5 steps to the focused note-taking process, and you can see all of those completed on this example. First, students take notes from a text or video or a guest speaker, and that's written here that you can see in pencil. Next, they process their notes by going back to highlight, chunk, and organize. Step 3 involves connecting thinking, where they write questions and make connections to what they already know. The next step is to summarize the key information and figure out how it will be useful to them. The final step is to use the notes for anything from a test to a Socratic seminar. The important thing is that they're revisiting and interacting with their notes over several days so the information stays with them instead of taking the notes and putting in their binder and never seeing them again. On this page, you'll see how advanced students can get. This is a sample note page from a junior in college. And there's a lot of information there. And he uses this during his study groups. And in fact, he told me that one of the students asked to borrow his notes, and then they used it for their study group. Another writing activity that AVID students complete is creating SMART goals, which helps students stay focused on what they want to accomplish each quarter or semester. AVID students create specific goals with action steps, and they spend time reflecting and refining on their goals along the way. Another writing activity that AVID students complete is creating marking the text strategies. AVID students learn to mark the text. Before they read, they number the paragraphs. As students read, they underline, highlight, and circle key ideas. They write comments in the margins and summarize the reading. This is something that they do to make the information meaningful to them. Here's another example of writing the text, of marking the text. This was used for students to prepare for a Socratic seminar, and this activity was actually about whether or not students in high school should get a job. And here you can see that they wrote 2 open-ended questions that they can use to ask their peers. This picture shows students participating in a Socratic seminar, which uses inquiry. After watching a video or reading a text, students write discussion questions that they want to ask their peers about the topic. Collaboration is something that students do weekly in the AVID class. One way AVID students collaborate is through tutorials. Tutorials help students collaborate to strengthen areas of content that they are struggling with. For example, in this tutorial, the student is working on a math problem that he was learning in his math class. He did not fully understand how to solve the problem, so he brought it to the tutorial, and with the help of his peers, they were able to work through the process to find an answer. Sometimes students can't work through the whole process, but what they do is they take what they've learned back to their teacher and they ask them for more information about it. The O in Wicker stands for organization. Students have agendas and binders that they are accountable for on a regular basis to help them stay organized. AVID students carry 1 binder with dividers for each of their classes. And for agendas, students can use a paper agenda like the one in this picture. They can use a calendar on their phone. Calendars help them organize their life both in school and outside of school. In these pictures, you'll see that the students color-coded areas based on different activities, whether it was sports, chores, work, or school. A large focus of the AVID class is college and careers. Here are 2 examples of career slides where students did a project researching information about a career of interest. Another thing that AVID really focuses on is service learning, because college and scholarship applications usually have a section for students to put down any community service that they are a part of. In this picture, you'll see that students made dog toys for a local shelter. Naturally in AVID, we not only want students to focus on their current academics so that they can be successful, but we also want them to set goals for their future and focus on what colleges they're interested in based on their majors and career interests. In this activity, students researched a college of interest. This allows students to compare characteristics like tuition, campus activities, popular majors, and ethnicity breakdown. After researching, then they're able to reflect on if they would like to attend that college or not. Another way that we expose AVID students to college is by having college students as guest speakers. Schools arrange these in a variety of formats, but in this picture, the college students sat at tables to talk to the students, and then they moved around to another table until all students were able to interact with everyone. AVID students are also fortunate enough to go on college field trips, which is shown here. It's really important that students take a look at the campus, take a tour, and see if they can really imagine themselves being there. The last group of photos I wanted to share with you focuses on the AVID cord. There's a list of criteria needed to earn this honors cord. To earn the cord, AVID students must take an AP or IB exam or be a part of the ECAP program where they take a college class at the community college. Also, they need to take the SAT or ACT. Another criteria is that students need to complete the AVID senior data, which would happen in the AVID classroom during senior year. Students are also required to participate in the AVID elective for at least 3 years, including their senior year. And finally, they must apply and be accepted into at least one 4-year college, regardless of whether they want to start at a community college or not. If you feel like AVID is a program that would benefit your student, you can contact the AVID coordinator at your child's middle school. Here you can go to our Anne Arundel County website. You can click on academics. When you're on academics, go to programs. You'll find the AVID program here. Once clicking on it, you can see that there's an AVID application online if you want to get a jump start in filling it out for your student. Once here, you'll see a variety of information about the AVID program. Here's the AVID application. And then here you can click on the high schools or middle schools that have AVID. And let's say that you're interested in the middle schools. If you click, you'll see that all of our middle schools are listed. If you click on your child's middle school, you'll find out who to contact. So right here, you'll see who the AVID site coordinator is and the AVID elective teacher. So if you wanted to find out more about the AVID program at Marley, then you could go and read through their information. And if you had specific questions or you wanted to let the AVID site coordinator know at Marley that you are interested, you could just click on their email and then email them for more information. I hope you've learned a few things about the AVID program that you did not know ahead of time. When figuring out if your child would be a good fit, please keep in mind that the I in AVID stands for individual and the D stands for determination. This means that students have to want to be in the program and should be willing to use the AVID strategies in all of their classes in order to be successful. Thank you so much for your time and have a great day.